hi there. This is going to be a general love reading, and it's not going to be for any particular sign, but it's going to be just, I guess, general. I've been feeling for the past few days the energy of return to me. I personally was feeling this energy a few days ago, of all places in the shower when I was taking a bath, and I just felt really strongly like my soul was like calling out to my counterpart, even though I'm not consciously looking for this person. You know what I mean? It's this energy of I am more than happy being single right now. Matter of fact, I feel like it's getting into a relationship right now would be just not the right time for me. It's what I feel, my muggle self feels. But my soul was just like feeling this energy of like feeling like it's time, come home. You know, it's like return to me. I kept seeing the words return to me even in my live yesterday on Instagram. So reunions, reconciliations could be happening. This is the year, right? Because of course, everything that's happening right now. If you resonate with the whole twin flame journey, this could really pull at you. So you have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. And past life relationship, you've known each other before. Some of you guys are feeling very strongly all this past life energy, which is why I'm gonna use the past life oracle cards. One of my readings I did recently, you guys saw we pulled, it was in the extended version of the intimate reading that I did recently. I pulled some of these cards because the past life thing is screaming right now in the air. And so let's see what energy comes out. Wow, we got Greco-Roman. Huge part of somebody's past life here is when you guys were, maybe there was a very important lifetime during that time period. Yeah, Greco-Roman. Some of you, maybe that is what your ancestry is even in this lifetime. Or you just always have felt super drawn to that type of a time period, right? Rome, Italy. Someone could always have felt the pull to Rome, Italy, or this is also Greece, right? I feel as though it's, I mean, look at it. It's like freaking Italy. You got the gondola. It looks basically just like some kind of past life here. This has to do with this current life. It's Italy, something with Italy. Even if the Greco-Roman thing doesn't have to do with you or Italy, you'll know based on these little things what pulls you, okay? Now, the Greco-Roman time period of whatever, it feels very Spartanish too. And I'm really bad about these kinds of things as far as like those kinds of time periods and shit. Okay, so I don't need all the know-it-alls to be all like, that's not Greco-Roman time period. But you know what I'm saying? This feels very like when, like in the 300 movie, like how they dress like that, very Spartan. It feels very that energy, but then also, which could be separate too, not that it is included, but it could be included, but not, something with Italy or Rome in particular, or Italy in general, especially with this gondola here. Okay, can I move on? Yes, I can. Well, not really. Look, knighthood on the bottom. So for some of you, this type of an energy could be just all the way around. Knighthood, this is medieval. The Greco-Roman period for some of you could be really relevant, okay? Now, let's move on. You have male, female. Look at this. It's like two people, a masculine and a feminine, coming back together. Have you guys been together in every life? Maybe not every life. But it feels very important that the two of you are reuniting back together. You have known each other before. It's not your first rodeo. It's not your first rodeo. A masculine and a feminine could be reuniting. Souls calling out to each other, the ships. Keeps coming out. I did the second half of June for Aquarius and Pisces today, and both got the ship in the ships in the Lenormand deck. So this could be about pure navigation, right? Somebody here in past lives could have been a voyager. They could have been an explorer. They could have been a captain. They could have been a pirate. This is really indicative of ships coming in, so arrivals of things, but this is past life, so this would have to do with something of ships and navigation. We know back in the day there weren't planes, so most people who traveled had to take ships. I feel like, and the thing that's most relevant about the ship though is that out at sea, yeah, they use maps and such, but they would always follow the North Star. And we talk about how very important the North Star is, right? Why? Well, because if you're ever lost, the North Star brings you home. If I'm lost, I will return to you. I'll return home by following the North Star. Page of Pentacles, there could be news of something. Page of Wands, news of action. Wheel of Fortune, destined and fated. So pages are always messengers. Wheel of Fortune, destined and fated, serendipity. Karmic cycles ending. The wheel now turns. Great fortune comes in. This dragon is really calling out to me, and I see just this medieval time period. Remember you had the knighthood thing on the bottom. Where did it go? Where did I put it? Oh no, I didn't take it out of the deck. It's okay. You had the knighthood, and I actually have to show it to you. Jesus, I wanted to move on, but Spirit's like, can you please show it to them? Because you should have took it out of the deck. Lord Jesus, hang on a second, guys. I don't know why they want me to show it. I think it has to do with the crest, the shield. Something about this time period with that dragon and the knighthood and something of the sort. Somebody here could have dragon energy. The thing about this knight is you can't see his true identity. I think is really important here also. Holy shit, the Tower comes in suddenly. You don't see it coming. It's also a storm. I always felt this. I always felt like when things come, oh my God, you know, no bullshit right now. It's storm outside basically collectively, right? But I've always felt that when these counterparts come back together, it would be like they come in like a storm or something. But then also I never could quite figure out what that meant or felt, because it could be literal. You know, literally is a storm outside, or a storm could be like metaphoric and symbolic. But there's a storm brewing. And the storm comes in and rocks somebody's very foundation. See how this person is longing for something that's not actually what's available. She wants something that is not there. It's like wanting someone that doesn't exist. You'll know what I mean if this is you too. Like you go, I just feel like I'm so in love with somebody that I don't have a face or a name. My whole life I felt like I was just born to love someone, that I was already in love with someone. So it makes it difficult to be in relationships with people now, because I'm like, no, it's not them. I know it because I feel like I'm already in love with someone. I was talking about this on my live yesterday about, oh my God, Jesus, there it is, Two of Cups. I was saying that, you know, the more accomplished I become, the more successful I become, the more I feel like I kind of miss my counterpart, whoever he may be, because of the sheer simple fact of like, every time I win, I kind of feel like I want to share my good news with my person, and he's not here. I don't miss my person necessarily or feel that loss when I'm kind of on my low moments and struggling and stuff, because I'm so focused on digging myself out and building and such. I find myself feeling that feelings when I'm winning, because I just can't wait to share that news and share my successes with my person. And that's kind of when I go, oh, but my biggest cheerleader is not here. My biggest supporter is not here. My biggest fan. Feeling each other. Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag, Three of Cups. Whoops. My cards almost all fell over. Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. She's a go-getter. She's a hustler. She's a motivator. She's also intimidating. She could be really passionate. Something about her energy feels intimidating. And then you have the Three of Cups. This is a freaking reunion. I'm telling you, return to me. A freaking reunion of souls coming back together. The Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is this passion and new beginning. It could be a new job. It could be a new relationship. Something that is explosive. It's huge. Life-changing new things happening, you know? You have also the Eight of Wands, which is travel or movement. I feel like these people, you guys might live far away, or there's some type of travel to each other involved, even if you guys live in the same neighborhood. Would mean you don't live together. You're not currently together is what it feels. There's distance, however big or small. Could also just be emotional distance too. It's communication. Three of Swords. Someone worked a great deal on this pain, heart chakra, cleansing, releasing, forgiving energy. They've spent quite a lot of time working on themselves. They've spent quite a lot of time finding themselves. This is why they would stumble on this energy of now calling in their counterpart, because they're not calling in their counterpart even almost like feeling like it's at will. Like I'm not going, oh God, please can you. I'm busy doing my jigsaw puzzle. I'm busy working. I'm busy watching TV. I'm busy preparing and planting seeds for the future. I'm busy getting my daughter ready to go to college. I'm busy. But my soul feels like it's going, time to come home. And I'm just like, no. Like, it's the muggle part of me, the 3D part of me versus like my higher self, I guess, is kind of like this battle. The soul's going, it's time. You have the Two of Swords, not seeing something. Someone could be not seeing, holy shit balls. The Empress and the Ace of Cups. So someone, it's this. I feel like this, you don't see it coming. You just don't. It's something that could be shocking. It's something that could come out of left field. It's something that you are not quite prepared for. You know, it has that feeling with the Tower of it could come in when you're not prepared. But it always comes in divine timing. The Tower is total divine intervention, right? It's things that happen when you least expect it. It just kind of catches you off guard, catches you by surprise. It's one of those kinds of energies of like, don't see it coming. And it feels disruptive. And it's funny because that's kind of when love comes. Love seems to come for some people at the most inopportune time, but it's always in divine timing. This is the birth of a whole new cycle, right, with the Empress. Giving birth to new ideas for some of you. That's what that Ace of Wands could be. Some of you could be starting new ventures in business, writing a book. Some of you guys could be starting a new hobby, going back to school. Some of you feel really inspired, right? You feel very creative. You also have the Queen of Wands too. That's creativity. So there's a spark of creation here that's happening, whether the spark of creation is an actual child or it's something that you are creating as far as like artistic or business, you know? Seven of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. Feels like something comes in quickly, but it took a million lifetimes to get here. You're gonna go yes, or you're gonna go that doesn't resonate at all. For those that go yes, something happens quickly, but it took a million years to come. Kang Dangalang, King of Wands, bottom of the deck, Aries, Leo, Sag. Counterparts to the Queen of Wands. Eight of Cups. She's talking to the moon. This is that sense of, I feel like I'm in love with someone I haven't met. I feel like I'm already in love. I feel like my cup is out there and it's none of these cups that I've encountered. I just feel it. And I'm just not really searching, but yet I feel it. I feel my counterpart. Look, he's still there. King of Wands. The High Priestess, this is keeper of the secrets, fell on top of the Ace of Cups. High Priestess is intuition. The High Priestess would be about, it's like this is hidden to be revealed. The cup that you go, there's already a cup. I don't know who the cup belongs to, but I just know I'm in love with someone, and I think I'm going to know it when I encounter them. You would just know it's your person. You would know, you would feel it, you would go, that right there, there you go, that's them. But it's hidden. At least it's hidden from you until you call it back home. Until you put the SOS out there to say, it's time to come home. That North Star starts to become visible, and then their GPS goes ding, 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 and locks in and starts to return home by following the North Star. And guess where? And then there it is. What the hell? Like, what I find fascinating is it's gonna be when you just aren't looking. It's that very moment. Maybe some of you go, oh my God, I am so busy. I just started a new business, and I just started to write a new book, and I'm just like super busy writing my new book. Or like, I just started a new job, and I'm just like super involved in that, and I just have no time. Or it's that 1 second when you finally are okay being single. Do you know what I mean? And it's that one time you finally kind of take that exhale, that breath of relief of like, I'm just loving this. See, look, she's kind of like on stage, and she's just like, I did it, I made it, I feel great, I feel wonderful. You have public recognition. People are recognizing you for a job well done. They are congratulating you, and all eyes are on you, and you're at the pinnacle. And then boom, it comes, and you're just like, what the hell? Like, I literally did not ask for it. I'm totally fine. Look, it's the higher self. It's like invoking the higher self, right? The Judgment card can be about resurrection of something. It's almost like the souls are going to take center stage right now. The souls are going to kind of control things in a sense, and this is not for everybody. It's the higher selves that are going to kind of say, you know what, get out the driver's seat for a second. I've got to bring them back home. Temperance, Sagittarius energy, right? This is balance. This patience. One hand you've got the moon, one hand you've got the sun. That's the eclipse energy that we just had. When the sun and the moon reunite. It's rare, yeah, eclipses. It's a rare encounter. Everyone stops and stares. Everyone stops and stares and watches in awe of how beautiful this phenomenon is. Something that happens quickly, but it took a million years to come. You got this Five of Pentacles energy, sadness. She really does feel like her person, where is he? See, she's been alone. The Hermit, it could be Virgo energy, but she's been alone. The Hermit is someone searching for the truth, finds the truth within oneself. It's finding yourself. It's also going within, you know? This is a single person. She's been single for quite a bit. Then she decides to throw caution to the wind. Now she's being creative. Now she's going out there and just doing her thing and living. And then it comes, the 10 of fucking cups. Pure emotional bliss, happily ever after. It's that moment you let go and you just kind of forget about, when you forget about that feeling of like, for a split second, you might go, you know what, I might not never find this person. And it's a human emotion to feel that. It's okay to feel that, but we can't live there, and we don't live there, right? We are constantly moving and motivating ourselves and building and growing. We're always in this energy right here, but you are allowed to feel that because you've got to feel it to heal it. Can't ignore the elephant in the room. I almost feel like it's important for you to address that feeling. That vulnerability that you feel inside of you, that vulnerability to say, I feel like I want my biggest fan with me right now, my partner. I want him or her to come in so that I have someone to share this with. And it's like she just goes right back to being on her shit, if you will. She goes right back to creating and doing her thing, and then boom, it just manifests and comes together. It returns back to her. Fascinating energy, isn't it? It really is. It's freaking fascinating. I want to do some fairy oracles. Motivation. When spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. If there's something you've been merely thinking about doing, they say get busy and do it. I felt that really strongly with the Ace of Wands energy there, and the Queen of Wands, very creative. And then here she's doing her own thing, and she's creating wonder, and she's creating magic, you know? And something about that energy really shifts you into like the highest vibration, right? And that means your light's going to shine even brighter, and it helps them come home even quicker. If you're praying and hoping and sad and moping and feeling like, oh my God, I want to come home, I want them, oh my God, they're not going to come but like that. You'll attract the wrong things in. Here you go, hidden depths. Something hidden is about to come to light, perhaps a secret or memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. Maybe this is also what is coming to the surface finally for some of you. This feeling of like, I feel like I have to, where is he? Where the fuck is he? You have protection. The fairies of protection are shielding you with a magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. This is for us light workers. We really need to be more conscious of that. Keep ourselves protected in our bubble. Burn sage. Ask Archangel Michael to come in and cut your energetic cords with you and other people that you may have worked with, especially those of you that work with people, even if you don't do spiritual work, those of you that work with people just every day and you deal with a lot of different energies and a lot of the energies aren't great, you need to cut those cords, okay? All right, let's see. What are we going to do next? Let's get a couple cards from here and then we're done. Prosperity begins. Oh, all the seeds that you guys have planted are going to grow. This doesn't just only mean, I was going to say it doesn't only just mean love, but look at what's on the bottom of that. You have love begins. So you have basically the Ace of Cups and like the Ace of Wands. Could also be the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, just depending how you look at it, right? In this deck, I forget what it is. But you have love and prosperity that begins. This is insane. Gorgeous freaking energy, right? All right. I want to thank you for all of your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions here on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram, xi_missy_xi. And please remember, if you want to book a reading with me, please go ahead and check the description box below. See what I offer first, and then shoot me an email with it in the title of the email what it is you want, so I know what to invoice you for, okay? All right, you guys. I will see you guys later. Love you.